But then I was realizing what my duty was. I'd go out and I'd drop all the devotees off at their different spots, and then it was my time to go out. But as soon as it was my time to go out, immediately my mind would say, wait a second. I would say, well, what's wrong? It said, you're tired. You just dropped everyone off. Don't you realize you're tired? Think about it. And I go, yeah, I do feel a little dizzy. Why don't you read a little bit? Read a little bit. Yeah, you don't understand this philosophy. You don't know what you're doing. What are you doing anyhow? Well, I don't really know. Well, maybe you should read and find out, and then you'll get the potency to go out and distribute those books to the conditioned souls. Just open the book. All right. Try and read. I can't read. Well, why can't you read? Because you're tired, right? Yeah, I'm a little tired. Well, why don't you take some prasadam? And then after you take some prasadam, you'll get some energy, and you can go out there with full force. You're hungry, right? Well, I guess I'm hungry. I don't know. All right, well, eat. Then I say, all right, I'll eat. And then after you eat, then you can go out and you can distribute these books. So then I take some prasadam. Immediately I feel even more tired. The mind goes, oh, you're even more tired, right? And I go, well, yeah, I'm feeling a little tired now, all right. Well, why don't you take a little nap, go to sleep? Because I may not wake up. Don't worry about a thing. Just take a snap. We used to call it a snap. It wasn't a nap. Short nap was a snap. Take a snap for 5 minutes. But what happens if I don't wake up? Well, don't worry, I'll wake you up. All right. It's 2 hours. You said you were going to wake me up. Well, I was asleep too, don't you realize? Well, I only have 15 minutes left. What should I do? Well, read the books. You're bewildered. You're angry at me. You're frustrated. Read the books. Become purified. Besides, it's almost time to pick up the devotees. Why don't you go back and pick them up? All right, but what about my score? Well, you better go out for at least 15 minutes so you got some kind of score. Work hard. In this way, Sankirtan, book distribution, especially becomes a source of inspiration to advance in devotional service. But those who continue to distribute books, those who continue to engage themselves in the process of devotional service, were those who realize that it is by book distribution that one comes to the platform of love of God. It is by book distribution that one learns how to be enthusiastic and use his intelligence in the service of Krishna. How to realize the philosophy of Krishna consciousness as something practical that one can apply at any time, in any circumstance, to any person. And how to be patient that Krishna is the supreme controller and we're his eternal servants, and whether the results are big or small, whatever, that is up to Krishna, but we can go on with full determination to serve Krishna with enthusiasm and confidence. So book distribution, the reason why I try to keep on going out is because I'm somewhat convinced that it is the quickest way back to Krishna. It is the quickest way to actually please the spiritual master, to see through his vision. Prabhupada said, at first I did not know, I was blind, but blindly I followed the orders of my spiritual master to distribute books, and now I'm seeing the results. So to see through the vision of Srila Prabhupada, the present spiritual masters within our movement, become convinced that this is the quickest way by which we can please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the disciple succession and come to the platform where we can actually constantly associate with Krishna and his devotees and develop our relationship with him. And what is that? As Srila Prabhupada wrote to one devotee, that this book distribution is in the mood of the gopis, trying to bring other people to Krishna. that each one of these persons that we're giving books to, they also have an eternal relationship with Krishna. And it is that eternal relationship, watching that eternal relationship, which is our eternal source of happiness and pleasure. Just as we can take pleasure by hearing about Krishna's relationship with Nanda Maharaj and Mother Jasoda or Srimati Radharani, so we can also take pleasure in watching these conditioned souls engage in their relationship to Krishna and feeling Krishna's happiness in watching how the conditioned soul is engaging in his service. So we may see that we're giving these conditioned souls books, but actually it is our spiritual master and the other devotees who are engaging us in giving these devotees these karmis books, so they can be devotees and we can appreciate their devotional service, and by becoming fully appreciative, becoming fully an instrument for our spiritual master in Krishna and the other devotees, then we can actually develop appreciation of Krishna and the other living entities, and therefore make progress in devotional service.
All right.
Right. So thank you very much.